All right, we should be back now with the sound. The sound should be going here. Yeah, I don't know why I have that problem, but it's probably because the computer is. Anyway, you should be able to see. You can hear me now. I'm pretty certain you can hear me now. So you couldn't hear what I was saying. You can hear me now, yes. So okay, fantastic. Well, without let me since you couldn't hear me before, let me explain what I'm going to do here. We had done this watercolor a few weeks ago, and it's not very well. I don't care for it really, but I really like this idea of a hamburger towing a a hot dog or a hot dog guy jet skiing on a hamburger. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna focus in on that. Okay. All right. All right. Um, and that's really the story. And then otherwise we're gonna get ready for tomorrow's big, super fantastic dance party, New Year's Eve dance party. That is just gonna blow everyone's minds. Nothing like talking it up like I as if something's really great going to happen. Well, there's not really necessarily anything great going to happen, but there could be moments. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. There could be some great moments at hand, as there could be some great moments right now as we go henceforth into the cosmos. Are you invited? You know what? We're gonna make that a paywall. We're gonna charge you guys to come to my New Year's Eve dance party. We're gonna charge you like $10. I'm kidding, but I wouldn't mind any tips. But we will not. I'm not gonna. This is a free. It's a free thing. We're gonna make it a free thing. Though I might play that game one of these days, but I don't think we'd get but like 2 people, so I don't think it's worth the trouble. But if I could get like 4 people, I'd do it. No, I don't know. OnlyFans. Yeah, I guess so. I haven't ventured over there yet. I guess we could do that. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I will. Maybe. Oh yeah. All right. So anyway, look forward to that. That's going to be exciting. I don't know what time we're going to start tomorrow because, really, if I were to start like now at 6 o'clock, oh man, I'll be so tired. That'd be 6 hours Pacific time. So maybe, which is 9 o'clock your time, and maybe so if we did it, started more like if we started at 8, then it's 11 o'clock Eastern time. I think that might be a good place to start. 8 o'clock or whatever. Give you guys an hour to get excited. The green screen is nuts, isn't it? We got a great audience back here of good fans. It's always good to have fan support. So we got a live audience here. All right. So thanks again for pointing out my audio was not working. It is now now it is working. I got this wonderful little mic, but I found that I've kind of looked back on the sounds, and you really have to be like next to it to make yourself be heard. Because if I go too far away, you can't hear me. But so it is somewhat problematic because I'm gonna try to do watercolor, or try to paint, or I am, I try to paint, right? I do try to paint. After all, I am Mr. Let's Paint. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Like as I mentioned, I'm gonna try to do some hamburger. Basically a hamburger boat towing a hot dog. Somebody, what do you call that? A jet ski. A jet ski, hot dog, something. Okay, so it's simple. It's a simple a thing that we got going on here. It's nothing, not terribly complicated, which is good. Life does not have to be complicated. Happy New Year's to you, Tom. All right. Happy New Year's to you. So we're gonna give this a shot. Now I could have done this with oil paints, and we may very well do it with oil paints, but I'm not at the present moment because I kind of painted myself out this afternoon on the show we did over on Reddit. I just posted. I condensed the sort of the best parts of the performance down to like 10, 12 minutes. And that is sort of my end of the year Let's Paint TV video that we have. It's actually up there right on YouTube right now, and I also put it on Facebook. All right, so, okay, let's just remember, I'm going to tell you this once, and I won't tell you it ever again. No, I'll tell you, tell blew in my face. Tell it. That with watercolor, the best way to go about it, I'm not a big fan of doing a belabored drawing and then erasing and all that. That takes too much time. I don't have patience. We don't have patience. And the trick is go light with your paint. And you can do a lot of a trial and error. Basically, you could do a lot of drawing. Okay, so look at that. I'm just using basically the dirtied water to get my idea across, and it either is going to fly or it won't, and it's okay if it doesn't. Frankly, it's all right if it doesn't. So we're going to try this out. Like I said, I'm not really certain how I'm going to go about it, and maybe I could benefit from, of course, having said something, and then I'm very quick, or I'm also willing to go back on any point that I make, because it is not always the case. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you may very well benefit, and I may very well benefit from doing a little bit of a preliminary drawing, just at the very least a lightly. Well, I'm not saying the very least. I'm just saying if you're going to go that route, you might want to. I would go still light with the pencil. Oh, hey! Playtime Sid, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that. That slipped right by me. Slipped right under my whatever. And for some reason, the super chat, the disco ball, we don't have that operating right now, but we got the cha-ching going. All right. Somehow the disco ball didn't turn on. I don't know why. It's all right. Sometimes that just doesn't always work. You guys looking forward to the end of the year? I'm looking for the end of the year. I'm looking for the beginning of the year. I'm looking for so many things. And happy to be still here, I guess. All right, so let's get that hamburger going. Those are the buns. That's some buns there. Now, over here, I got the hot dog guy. So I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to kind of try to do it. I might have to get up and start standing, I might have to stand. Okay, but that's kind of what I'm looking at. So maybe the horizon line, I'm looking for a horizon line, which might be about right there, I think would be a good. And that's going to be the hamburger. Now we might want to try this a few different places, different ways, different time, different, scenarios, different scenarios. You like Alex Schaefer, like the new mic. Thank you, buddy. $99, my friend. $99. It's a Rode Pod mic. And I'm not. I didn't get. I had to pay for it. But your super chats help me purchase this. But But it's not an ad. It's not an ad by no means for the Rode company out of Australia. But they do make some wonderful mics. Though, as you see, it's kind of dorky in the sense that you literally have to put your face in front of it. You like the adjustable arm? Yeah, the adjustable arm is pretty sweet. I got to say, it's pretty sweet. And also, this is a Rode adjustable arm. You can buy cheap ones. They got the cheap ones on, and I did buy another cheap one for like $15 on Amazon. But this is a $100 one from the Rode people, and they didn't. It's like the difference is night and day. But the thing is the reason why I ended up paying for the more expensive one was because this mic is like 100 pounds. It's like you could tear down buildings, or it's like a battering ram. It's a beast. It's like a 57 Chevy. It's gigantic monster, and it's all metal and it's heavy. And so anyway, so this guy here is equipped and able to handle it, whereas the other ones are not as much. Okay, I'm getting into this watercolor and also just getting into just hanging out with you guys here. And again, I don't know if this is going to necessarily work for what we're trying to do, and I probably need to get fresh colors. But like I said, with the watercolor, you're always best to go light to dark anyway. And so I'm kind of doing a kind of a stain, because if there's some major moves that I need to do, I can change. I could change my tune within reason. It's not like there'll still be a history of what happened. But I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So we got that going on. I think that might be kind of where I want to put the horizon line. And I think that hamburger looks kind of decent. This hot dog guy looks all right. Let me just kind of bring him out maybe a little more hot dog. That's the wiener right there. And let's see here. Maybe, well, we'll have to do the background. Give it a kind of a sunset, glorious sunset feel, I think. So we'll put this little bit of reds and yellows in the horizon. And so they've been jet skiing literally all day long. They've been just having a great time. Maybe not too much of it. Okay, I do need to get some fresh blue, it looks like. So I don't know what to do here. Let me see here. Okay, let's go to my bag of watercolors and get some fresh colors. Do some whisper shows. Yeah. Well, I'm actually planning on. I've been starting a podcast, but I've been doing it not here, but I'm planning on doing a podcast, doing the podcast, but also broadcasting, with the YouTube live at the same time, and just really focus on talking, and not really doing much with the painting, or at least not maybe talk about painting or so, I don't know, or find a better. I'll be better. I think I'll find a better. Well, I'm doing it okay now. I'm doing all right. Okay, I'm doing okay. In terms of keeping my head close to the mic, kind of thing. Like I said, because if I'm over here talking, you don't hear me as well. So at least here you can hear a lot of me, which maybe you don't want to hear a lot of me, which is awesome. Okay, I'm really glad that the end of the year is near, isn't it? It's really exciting. Joe Frank. Yeah, Joe Frank. I remember hearing that guy. Yeah. Okay. Shoot. This some French ultramarine blue. Probably not the best thing to be, you know, not the best to be putting your mouth onto the paint tubes, but we did. All right. Let me try. What is this? Is it some Antwerp blue? I guess that's Antwerp, Belgium. It's pretty much, well, it's a darker. Whoa, it's almost like a Payne's gray blue, which is not really a blue, but it's probably not quite that black, dark, deep. Okay, it's probably more blue than a Payne's gray. Okay, let's get some fresh yellow. I know I'm gonna need some fresh yellow here. Get some fresh yellow here. Here we go. Fresh yellow. All right, let's get back to our painting here before we forget that we're trying to get a painting done here. And I'm gonna need some white paint at some point. Okay, we'll come back to it. Okay, all right. So we got our hamburger going here. I wanted to do a nice sky. So let's work that going on up there on the top. Get a nice blue sky. Get it going here. All right. Keep it going. Keep the paint colors. Keep that. We can kind of, I don't know. I'm just going to be a little more liquefaction, liberal, whatever you want to call it, free, liberal. I don't know why it's called liberal, but I guess a little more free. It's weird, right? The term liberal politically, and then also it's also used for just application purposes. Being a little more liberal with your paints, a little more free. That's weird. Kind of makes you wonder, huh? All right. So we're going to try to tie in the blue in front with the... Let me try some of that Antwerp blue, see what that does. Oh, that's fine. It kind of has a pop to it. What's nice about using a different blue I'm always using the ultramarine blue, so it's always kind of fun to try another color within that field. It's a little strong. I always cut it with just a little bit of alizarin crimson too. That seems a little much, but I'm doing it. I'm not gonna scare me. I'm just gonna do it. Also, these little tags are kind of stop. I'm gonna cut that off so it doesn't. I gotta paint that. I don't want that showing. Okay. All right, there you go. That's a little dark. That's okay. Okay, let's kind of bring all that rich color down with the water. Drop that down. Drop it down. Drop it. And I'll try to tie into that green, the orange, the red that we got that I painted about, because the watercolor has a mind of its own, and it's like, hey man, you painted this 5 years ago. I mean, it literally is like 5 years ago for that color that we thought we weren't quick enough. We weren't not quick enough to tie. I wanted to tie the two guys together, and we may still be able to. It's just it's going to take a little bit of doing it, but lightly, because we lightly painted this. Have been lightly adding more water than pigment. We could most likely override, particularly if we are determined with our the amount of pigment and fortitude. Okay, so here we go. We still have hope. I have not given up. And that's the thing with the watercolor. People give up on this watercolor because it's just like next to impossible. But it is not. You just have to know how to work with the ever-changing failure. Happy birthday to you and one and all. It is a nice looking blue, isn't it? And it's a combination of the Antwerp and ultramarine blue. And I did try to put some other stuff in there. Okay, so let's see. This is another. I think this is a cobalt blue. I'm going to try to make a connection between that color, which I think is kind of working there. Like, it's actually a cobalt blue. It's. I'm yelling. Mentioning all these various blues, but it's not always. It sounds like you want to just have all those colors with in your repertoire, and I would say no, that's not true, or that's not the case, or it doesn't have to be the case. And generally speaking, it's not the case. You actually kind of, ironically, at times can be better off without having all those colors at your available. You only need a few of those colors. Okay, let me see if I can kind of get that out. I'm gonna try to pop up that sunset feel. Reintroduce a little sunset feel in the ocean there. Didn't quite achieve it very well, did I? I think I screwed that up, frankly. I think I am screwing this up. It's okay, though. It's all right. It looks kind of good, though. It's not necessarily correctamundo. And the thing about the watercolor is it has a mind of its own. And so you'd be surprised how things could start to look better as you go on and maybe move on to some other things. Okay, so for the time being, I think we're just going to leave that sky the way it is. I mean, I think it says sky, so let's just leave that as is. Okay, now let's do some water. We come back in here with this water. Oh, look at, so now this is the Antwerp blue mixed with a little bit of yellow by chance because my palette's kind of dirty, and that's got a nice rich color, but and then by itself it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. Antwerp blue, guys. Get it at your local art store. Tell them Mr. Let's Paint told you to come get some. Mention Mr. Let's Paint and get 5% off your next order at your local art store. Go to any local art store. Okay. Probably not going to be, you're not going to get the 5% off. But frankly, 5% is next to nothing, frankly. So you're okay if, I think you may very well get the 5% off. You probably could just pretty much go ask 5% off for anything and everything. 5%. Could I get 5% off? Can I get 1% off? Ask about getting 1% off your next order. Okay. So now we got a nice setup for the water and the sky. And now we're going to move on and get the hot dog guy and the hamburger. All right. All right. Happy birthday to everyone out there who has a birthday. Okay, so we got kind of a nice setup here now. Yeah, so now let's concentrate on the hamburger and the hot dog guy, and then we'll come back and kind of do whatever we got. Maybe I should start standing because sometimes that helps. Do I know Neil Hamburger? I mean, sort of. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. So a hamburger is to the left here of us. So let's see. Let me. Okay. So now I'm getting a little bogged down. Let me get some paper towels here. I don't know him very well. I've met him. Let's just say that. And I don't know anything much more than that. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get some fresh water here. Get some fresh water. Okay. It's all working out. Now, I haven't even begun to use that white, which I'm kind of not the biggest fan of, but it sure helps. But does it help? You know, that's always a problem with consider. Okay, I need some yellow ochre is what I need. Okay, so let's get that bun going. We got a bun, basically is right there. Big old bun. This is gonna be a big old burger, isn't it? Okay, so let's get. Okay, I know what I need to do. Lettuce. Get some lettuce. I need some green. There's some leftover green that we can use, so let's just kind of make use of it. Okay. There's some green. That does the job. That does the job. Okay. Some lettuce. Now, I'm not an expert on how the burger is supposed to be layered, but I know lettuce tends to go on top, and then is it the tomato next? I think it kind of it's up to whoever. I think it is kind of you do the tomato next, and then you do the cheese. So let's do the tomato. I think that's how you do it. Let's put the lettuce, tomato, big old tomato there. Couple of slices because we can do it. Okay, couple of nice good slices. Okay, so now cheese. Get the cheese. Get some cheese going. We haven't even gotten to the patty yet, have we? Okay, so there's the cheese. Now the patty, a big old patty. Let's get a big old patty here. Big old patty. Get that. Kind of looks like it's a patty. Kind of looks like a turd, but it's kind of what it is in a weird way. Okay, so look at that. Look at that. It's kind of looks like a hamburger. It says hamburger. You know, that's all you can hope for. Is that whatever you're trying to depict kind of slightly looks like what you're trying to do. So, okay, so here's the hamburger here. And maybe we need to put some dark shadows under here. I don't know if that's necessary, but I'm doing it. Gonna do it anyway. Oh, am I having some shadow on one side? Yeah, maybe I need to put some shadow. Oh, that's too much. It's gonna be okay though. Maybe. Let's clean. Let's soften the blow on that. It's a little too strong. The pigment, it's the amount that you put down is too much. and it's still too much. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? We might have to resort to the white, bringing the white paint out. But we haven't had to yet, but we will, maybe, more than likely. Okay. We're going to have to bring out the white. Okay, so let's do the hot dog. Over here, the hot dog bun. That could use some. There you go, looking good. Oh, what's the best advice? I don't know if I got any great advice. But you know what he told me once, actually? In confidence. Because he knew I was a painter, and he says, yeah, that's good that you are a painter, because then you can sell your paintings, you know. Because if you can't sell your paintings and then you do performances, then you're stuck hustling. I don't know, T-shirts. You know, it's just one. You know, he was like, it's just like one more thing you can make money. You know, and merch for merch purposes, I suppose. Okay, so we got a nice start here. I'm gonna have to get some white. Smoke weed every day. Did he say that? No, he didn't say that. Did he really say that? Okay. For some reason, I don't believe that he said that, but he maybe he did. Actually, he probably did. See, it's a whole different world when I stand and I look at it from far away. It looks like I screwed up basically, but it's okay. It's all right. Let's get some white paint here. Maybe we can save the situation. Is probably what I got to do. Is I think I need. Oh, I know what I got to do. No, I can just do it now. And this is where we start to go crazy, and I'm gonna bring a higher. The burger is too down further, so we're gonna just kind of go crazy with our blues. Well, I got plenty of blue here to do this. All right, and we got the water going. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, so I think that has a better feel already. So that feels better. I already feel better. I feel better about myself. All right. Okay. Still got to get the white. Let's get some white here somewhere. Just pour it all out. Let's see here what we got. Don't have much of the white. There's some white. Let's get that white going. Well, anyway, yeah. So that was the one thing that he told me once, and it's true. Because people want merch. They but if you can give them some paintings in conjunction with the merch, as merch in disguise as merch, you become a billionaire, such as myself, from doing five gigs, a gig every year. Actually, the last time I did a gig was with Hamburger and Tom Green was there, and major entertainer. It was for his record release at the Satellite Yeah, that was over a year ago, and I have not done a live performance since. All right, so anyway, trying to get into this painting here, but I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna just not look at it for a minute, and then check my emails. Okay. Okay, so I got some fresh white, that's gonna be good. And now this is setting up, which is good too. It's all going good here, all going good. Now I got to work on the hot dog. The hot dog's looking kind of wimpy. Let's see what we can do. Bring some more. Put some meat on those bones. Okay, that looks better already. Let me just go ahead and work the sausage now. The wiener. Yeah, that's looking better. Looking better already. Okay, and then this over here is all screwed up. That's okay. See the paint starts bleeding, but that's where people can't handle it with the watercolor, and then they just feel like, oh, it's disappointing and stuff. But let me tell you, it is awesome. Watercolors are awesome. But they are kind of tricky to work with, I gotta say. Okay, so this is good because then I was able to make the hamburger patty, a lot thinner because it probably could be smaller, I guess. Okay, that's the cheese. Okay, so we decided that the back on the left is going to be the darker side, I guess. Really doesn't matter. Okay, let's give him some. Let's do some details. Oh, poppy seeds on the, what do you call that? Sunflower seeds or whatever. Do some of that action there on the bun. These look like these don't look like sunflower or poppy seeds. They look more like little little baby frog embryos or semen or something. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. That's good. That could be good. Okay, so we're getting some detail, working the details now with the watercolor. And again, watercolor is tricky. Just warning you. Your results may differ. We still have not broke out the white, which is sitting right in front of us, but we're going to have to do it pretty soon. Okay, so here we go. go. There we go. Okay. Well, let's do some white. Yeah, there we go. And we're doing it. Let's get the white going. Also, there's some white for the like mayonnaise coming down. Okay, there we go. And then this on the side. We had to do it. We had to do it. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. We got to go with the little mustard. You know who likes just mustard on their hot dogs? Nothing else. You know, none of this Chicago style mustard hot dogs or these various ways to dress your hot dog. Betty White likes mustard on her hot dogs. That's it. That's it. None of this other nonsense. I agree. Though I could put some onion. I do like a little onion on my hot dogs. But that's really it. That's all you need to do. It's not a hamburger. It's a hot dog. Okay, let's get some legs. We got to work on this hot dog guy here. Move this mic back here. Who's getting custody of the fries? I like the podcast. You are listening to my podcast. Thank you. If you want to listen to my podcast, and I should put a link there on the description here, and I don't have it listed at the moment. We will. Okay, let's put some legs on this. Get the legs and some arms. Get some arms and some legs. Okay, so and then get that little thing that they use. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Something like that. Okay, get some legs. Give him some legs. Let's get some white. All right, and now let's get the length of the little cable. See if we can get that working here. Let's see here. How does that work? Is it just a line? I guess it is. That's kind of it. I mean, that's kind of the story here. Let's let's see how the paint does its thing, because we kind of have all the properties laid out. We just need to maybe do some fine tuning, but we got the point across. You know, we got the idea. That's all you can hope for sometimes, is getting the idea across. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Let's get some ketchup up there on the top here too. Look at some ketchup. A little blob of ketchup and a little blob of ketchup. I guess. Maybe I don't want that, but it's going to be what we got. That's what we got. That's what we got, my friends. That's what we got. Okay, let's get this here. Okay, that's a problem. We got a problem up there. Let's see if we can fix it. Thing about painting a hamburger is it's so universal that you can kind of get away with it being wrong. I think that's the mistake for a lot of people, is they feel like they have to make it so correct. It's just a hamburger. We know that this is a hamburger, you know? No matter what you do, that says hamburger. Think about it. Okay, this is close to being done, but before I call it a day, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be right back with more Let's Paint TV. Let it set. We gotta let it set, you know. It's got I got to rework the water and whatever, but that's not much more. Not much we got to do. Could be done. Could be done. All right, so what's going on? Let's see how it's setting up here. Good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out once again on Let's Paint TV. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're going to have a very special just dance party tomorrow night. New Year's Eve party. I hope you guys can come. And hang out. We'll probably start around 8. I think we're going to start around 8 Pacific Standard Time. 8 p.m. Which would be 11 Eastern. All right, I'm just kind of looking at how it's all shaping up. Not convinced that it's finished, but it could very well be finished. So let's consider that as a possibility. That's always a fun thing to do. Maybe it is done, but let me see what I can do. If I can fix something, I will possibly do just that. Let me see. I think maybe that could use a little better attack. Maybe. See, that didn't even do any good. See, that's weird. That's what's so weird about doing anything sometimes is that you start second guessing, and when you start second guessing, you are already in trouble. But as I said, doesn't matter how you, no matter what you do with a hamburger, no matter how you do it, it's always going to look like a hamburger. It's just the way it is. So hamburger is a hamburger is a hamburger. Okay, so let me see if I can fix this. But this may also be not the right thing to do. But I'm gonna just see if I can do it. It won't be the end of the world, but it might be close to the end of the world if I mess it up too much. But that seems to. I think I kind of like doing what I just did. So I think I survived. And I do like a lot, most of everything else here. Let me maybe make that a little more like it's sitting in the water as opposed to, I don't know, not. Let me give it a little. There you go. Okay. Now maybe I can fix the water, maybe the mayonnaise up there could use a little help. Let me see here. I could use a little more mayonnaise quality. Not too much, just a hint that's mayonnaise as opposed to something else. As opposed to nothing. Let's give it a shadow. So there will not be a shadow of a doubt. All right, yeah. So now we're just kind of doing details, which again could be a problem. I mean, it could land us in the failure department of corrections. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it. Let me see. Maybe some dot stuff here. I got plenty of dots. That's good dot. I think we got the point across. Maybe fix this up here. Let's fix this up here. All right, Playtime Sid, thanks again for hanging out. Thank you very much. Let's see, should I do something else? Is the question here. Oh. Give us some highlights on the. There's a lot of stuff you could do. But frankly, I think we did it. We did something. I'm calling it. Let me just see if I can fix that one more thing here. That's going to be it. Like I said, it kind of doesn't matter how you did it, how it turns out. People know what it is, so that's good. They go, yeah, that's a hamburger. That works. tomato. Get some tomato. Okay. Not going to solve it anymore. This is it. We did it. And that was it. That's it. We did it all in 1 hour, an exciting hour. I'll post a picture up on Instagram. That's always fun. Make sure you like it. At Let's Paint TV. Thanks again for hanging out, guys. A happy New Year's. Happy end of 2020. And we're gonna have we'll hang out and party tomorrow night. All right, we'll party tomorrow. Off and on. I don't know quite to what extent. I don't even know what I'm getting myself into, but I will be partying with you because I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow then. All right. All right. There you go, Alex. See you, Alex, Seth, Karina, Playtime, Tampori, Terry 54. You guys have a lovely evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Oh, thanks to the super chat, Playtime Sid, I believe, with the super chat. Yeah, that was sweet. Thank you so much for your support. Okay. Good night.